What's up, guys? What's going on? So I did end up ordering another progressive shock. Not a brand new shock, but somebody was selling a shock off of their bike, off of a Yamaha also, and they were selling it for about 220. What was it, 220? Yeah, 220 shit. So I wasn't gonna jump on it, but they lowered the price to 220, and yeah, I just couldn't help it. So I couldn't help it, man. I jumped on that. And you guys know I was having trouble with the stock shock. I had took the progressive spring off of the other one and put that on here. But I just wasn't happy with that. So I ended up ordering this one. Right now, as you can see here, I have the bike's kind of in pieces. That stock shock is not in there. It would be here, and you can see the mount down there. That's where it would be. And I did take the spring off of it, so this is pretty much it. That's your adjustment collar right there, where you'd make your adjustments. The spring was good, but the shock wasn't very good. You hit the some bumps, and you get like a double bounce. And once you come off of a good shock, like the progressive shock, once you come off of a good shock like that, it's hard to go back to anything that's not up to that standard that you want that to be. Cut this here open. I won't have a good way of holding this sucker, so we'll have to do that. Yeah, so once you have a good shock, man, it's hard to go back to anything less. You know what I mean? It's really hard. So last time, so here you can see the shock here. Now last time, the problem that I had, a little piece of dirt got on the shaft here and went up. Let's go outside. And went up into here. See, now in here you have your valves, and there's a seal in there, and that little piece of dirt went up in there, and it breached the seal. And when it breached that seal, my shock started to leak. So what I figured what I'll do this time, right, I ordered one of these little dirt bike kind of a stockings from a company called Outerwear, and that's not here yet. That's probably gonna come, I think that'll probably get here maybe 2 more days, I think, somewhere around there. So I ordered that, and I'm gonna put that over this shock here, and it should be good. That'll keep a lot of the dirt out of right here, because if you look at this whole area under here, you can see that whole area, it does nothing but kick up dirt. That's it. All that does is kick dirt up. I mean, look at down there. Look how, I mean, and I tend to clean this whenever I'm in here, but if you think about it, the battery box is in there, so you're not gonna get in there that often, not as often as you think. So all right, well, so we'll I was actually going to try and put it in, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should just wait for the stocking to show up. So not too sure as to which one I want to do. Hey guys, so we are back again. I ended up getting that shock in there, as you can see here. Well, hopefully you can see. Got it in there. Really a tight fit, man. Holy crap, is that a tight fit. But that progressive shock is in there. There's a bolt in here. Oh, you can barely see in between there. What's the light? You can barely see in between there. Oh, you barely can see. That top bolt is in there. You gotta take the nut out on the other side. That's a pain in the butt. Anyway, you know, it's one of those things, man. Once you ride a bike with a really good shock, once you ride a bike with an okay shock, and then you ride a bike with a really good shock, say like front and rear, it's really hard to go back to riding an okay shock. So when I saw that progressive, man, I had to jump on it and just get that deal. I just had to jump on that. You know, that was almost a no-brainer. And then today I went and got a new battery, as you can see here, Motorsport battery. What I had in it was a USA, however you pronounce it. And called them up, asked them. I called the local dealer to me, which is that is actually it's a import dealer, but they are attached. They're owned by a Harley dealer, and they told me for the USA battery, you can see this one here was $90.99. This is a sealed battery. They told me for a USA battery, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever, you know what I mean, right? USA battery, the one that, and this was the one that takes the acid, where they had to put the acid in it, I guess, or whatever, and they said it takes like 3 hours for it to be ready. They said that one was $140. I called up this place here, Mavericks Motorsports. I called them up, asked them how much for the same battery. They said that one I think was like $114, and then the sealed one was 90 bucks. So I went with the sealed because sealed is what I had in here. Pretty weighty battery. It's got a good weight to it. So I went back with that one again, the GTX 20 LBS. I will have to check it and see if it needs a charge, if it needs to be charged. I'll have to check the voltage just to see what the voltage is sitting at. But anyway, you know, it's crazy. You know, two different places. This is known as a Honda dealer. This Mavericks Motorsports, known as a Honda dealer. But you know, they sell stuff for any other bike, any bike that you need to find something for. They'll sell it for you, sell it there, or find it for you. And yeah, it's just nuts, you know. All right, guys, so we got the outerwears. It's like a little shock cover. Now, I'm not really 100% sure if this is gonna fit. I'm hoping it is. Shock's already in there. And I was looking on eBay, looking around for shocks that kind of looked somewhat similar that would fit, and kind of came across this one. Now, whether or not it's going to work, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and get it on there and see if I can get it to fit. So when we take it out, you can see this is it. Has this little Velcro section here that you see here, so you can separate it and open it up, and the shock basically sits on the inside. And what this will do, this will just kind of keep that dirt out of there. And you can see, like I told you before in the previous video, this is a very dirty area. You got the tire there, and then shock there, so it's a very hostile environment. All right, so let's see if I can get this in there. All right, so we have it on there. A little hard to see, just grab that light. Little stupid cheap Harbor Freight light. Not everything you buy from Harbor Freight is good. So we have the outerwears. I'm not going to be able to see here, but so we have the outerwears cover on there. It's not perfect, but it's on there decent enough. The Velcro has a good grip on there. I was actually thinking about maybe putting 2 tie straps on there just to keep it secure. So if it does, the Velcro does loosen up, it really can't go anywhere because the Velcro is holding it on there. The tie strap's holding it on there. I think I'm going to do that. But this ought to keep the dirt off of the piston and keep that cool. Not cool, but keep it clean and help my shock to last a very, very long time. So also have it down the bottom. All right, so the battery box is back in. That was a little bit of a pain. It's always a pain in the butt taking this thing out. I'll slip the ECU back in there. We got the new battery here, and using my Cobalt tools. Love that little toolbox. Got that from Lowe's at a serious discount. All these wires, I'll just have to make sure they're back in the right way. ECU slips right back in here like that. Just make sure the connections are tight. Put that back in there. This actually goes into the top tray, side of the top tray, this here. And then I have all my little power gadget wires, my go gadget wires that I have to connect. Alright, so we'll go get all of that stuff connected, get the battery in there, and if we get a nice day, we can take it out for a spin.